What is our goal here? Should our goal here to be assuming that there's some sort of radical change to the system in the form of therapeutic or vaccine, and thus we should really mitigate the amount of social contact we have with one another? Or should we be assuming that none of that may be forthcoming, and so we should actually pursue herd immunity, because every month we don't pursue herd immunity is another month of lengthened time where the economy is dead and where huge percentages of the population have to stay home?
Okay, so you're pointing out really one of the major flaws of logic and common sense, honestly, that's being used by people, including very smart people. The point here is that there is no reason to do some of these sort of illogical isolation policies, regardless of if there is a vaccine or not. I want to come back to the vaccine point. But the goal of the policy, this is your first question. The goal of the policy was stated, and it has been twofold. Stop the people from dying who are the most vulnerable, which that goal, honestly, there's a problem with how that was sort of ignored in a sense, but to flatten the curve. What does that mean? Curve has nothing to do with number of cases. The curves to be flattened that have been flattened are curves on hospitalizations per day and deaths per day, to prevent overwhelming of the hospitals and to understand that you sort of have controlled the progress of death. There's a nuance to this that's sort of going to bore your audience, but the reality is flattening the curve has nothing to do with changing the area under the curve. Correct. If you listen very early on, the point was to prolong and slow down and somehow reduce the overwhelming of the medical system in sort of an out of control way, so that we could administer care